No, but we had no official type of intro to this segment of our show.
That's true.
But the club is the theme.
Oh, yeah.
So let's share, our most memorable club stories. Good, bad, indifferent. It can be a bar, whatever the case may be. Let's hear it.
That is how it goes. Don't. But there was a bully
In the
bar. It was a club,
Sad.
a nightclub, but yeah, it was at a bar, and it is all my fault. It really is. I can't even blame anyone but myself, because I was at a bar in Frederick at one time. I think post college. No, it was our college. Yeah, it was during college, and we went out earlier in the night, probably like 9. We went to a bar. We had food. I'm very lactose intolerant. I'm an idiot. These are 2 things that you should know about me. Lactose intolerant? What? Lactose intolerant? Stupid. I was like, I got a burger at this place, and it was a Philly cheesesteak burger.
That's crazy.
That's a good
It was
burger.
I'm sorry. Would you have that in like the bar / club?
I had at a bar prior to the first bar. Or even to the bar, but I'm about to tell the story about.
Okay.
So we went to a bar to pregame because that bar had cheap drinks. It was like 2 for 1. Why would I not go later pregame? They also had pretty good deal. The burger was amazing.
Yeah, I might have ordered.
Yeah, I never.
So you've been there before?
It was lax. You missed.
I've been there. Yeah, I recall the food by there, but
I don't know if you. I don't know if you.
yeah, just drink shit.
Yeah.
They're not alcoholic.
Not enough. Not enough. But we went to this bar pregame. But I was like, it's pretty early. I hadn't eaten yet. I should get something to eat. Philly. I should get some of that cheese there. I was an idiot again. A lot of cheese. A lot of bad times. So I get this Philly cheesesteak burger. Amazing, by the way. Really good burger. But in my head, I was like, that should, help my stomach for when I, drink later. It did everything but that. So the night goes on. We get to the next bar, or 2 bars later, whatever. The night's a bar. But we get to this bar, and I start feeling a disturbance of the force. I was like, I kind of got the shit, and this is not gonna be great. So I go to the bathroom. I'm like, I need to handle my business.
Exorcism.
Wait, hold on.
To release some demons, take the Browns to the Super Bowl, whatever you need to say. I need to do this in this bar, dirty ass bathroom. So I go in there, I shut the door, I try to handle my business. And they come in there, he sees, you see the door shut. You're like, this ain't shit. Then it is, and well, he doesn't say this is shit. He gives a white guy, but he said somebody's shitting in here. And then he turned the light off. I was like, he turned the light off, and he peed. He said he turns the light off because he's an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, now I gotta poop in the dark. It's a bar. I was like, I already said that I was pooping in the bar. And then I had to do it in the dark because I wasn't done.
Did you line the seat?
Hold on, though.
I was just depressed. I think that's it in my life.
Hold up. At this point, it's like, what's that?
Really long.
PM.
Yeah, PM.
In the pack bar?
In a pack bar.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
That was something to me, though. Like, people that go to the bar and then poop and come back out. So there's, I'm scared of you.
No, but yes, I am afraid of that.
But bro,
Person.
I had to. It's not wrong.
Yeah, you had to. You had to.
I made poor decisions and they came back to haunt me.
Resuming the night.
So, like, it was.
I want to go home.
Look, it wasn't literally like, man, I'm just gonna hold this joke, bro.
There was no way.
It was
It wasn't happening.
Damn.
I was in shades. I ain't never been that sad in my life.
Like going on his book.
At fucking 22 years old, I'll be home.
Did you see his shoes?
No.
Did you see him?
I know who he is.
Oh! Oh!
who's turned the light on?
I know.
Do you know his name?
You supposed to.
Well, not anymore, but I did know who he was. He went to college with us.
Look at the camera, call his name, and tell him to explain it.
If I ever remember his name, I would. He's a bad guy.
We'll give you the address, sir.
Yeah.
We gotta deal with that.
We got to squabble. We got to
know you knew the person.
Because I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you knew.
I knew of him. I was like, I know that he's a dickhead. He's been a dickhead. Oh, I don't remember this nigga's name. He's a white dude that would have. I hate him. It's a bad time. Again, it's a bad time. We need to squabble. To this day.
Hold up.
When I remember your name, we're fighting.
So questions. You finished?
I mean, I have to.
You were the lay back on.
You got pitch.
When I left, I did. Because I mean, once somebody else coming to the night,
That's on them.
And the wood, never mind. With the kind of phrase, you go showing the light cut over you finish it.
Who was you really good for?
I don't like this.
You started.
I kind of ate that with her.
Yeah.
I mean,
You should went last. That be mine specifically.
Yeah. I ain't got one.
that's crazy. In the
So to your question, that wasn't Super Mario. Afterwards, because at that point I was distraught. I was like,
You just pushing that shit out.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
what you
I
see
mean,
this? Is this 2016?
it was like 2014.
Oh, so you
remember
were
after
after
school still?
Yeah.
So after you was done, you were out there. You did your Dougie.
I did that.
So did you leave? Did you find the guy? Didn't you? What you did?
No, not even love. He done it, did that, and then skedaddled. I came out there ready to fire. I was like, nigga,
On defense time.
I was ready. I was like, nigga, what the fuck you at?
Yeah.
Like y'all have seen what's this nigga name? Aaron the plumber, whatever his name.
Yes.
No, I was on that crash. I was like, bro, I was on that time. I was like,
careful what I say.
He gonna come find you.
I was ready to fight.
Go ahead.
Aaron the plumber gonna find you. It's crazy.
I was on that shit. I was ready to take my shirt off in the club. Like,
You did enough in the club.
You did. He did too much.
You should kick your boy ass.
I had to leave.
I got all the toilets. Get out.
Hey, somebody shit in the bathroom. Your time is done.
It wasn't cold.
Pause the music.
The DJ saying that's crazy.
One more question.
Didn't I have enough? Didn't you have enough? No.
I gotta ask these things. I'm sorry, it's out of my mind. Was it one stall?
Ooh, no, it was two. It's a small club.
It was two.
Yeah.
It was.
Wait, so to relate it back
There's more
to
questions.
yes, just for the men mental health aspect, right? You walk out of that bathroom ready to fight. You're like, where is this Negro?
He was like,
Oh, not
I mean, he was not Negro. He was
with this fella.
yes. Where's this fellow? Yeah, he was a honk. Yeah. Where's this fella? Did you go up to the table and share with your friends?
no, not in all of it.
So you kept receiver.
Blaming no shares.
Yeah. So I couldn't have told. I couldn't have said anything.
Where was you at on the freeway?
Like,
Something was on my beat.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
yeah, no, as you should.
I was ready to go on.
Like you said to this day.
Now I am. I hadn't thought about it.
I'm upset now that I was when I started.
Yeah, no, I was.
Yeah.
That one I am. Now I'm upset.
Damn.
But I had thought about it in a while.
Yeah.
But that's 100% my worst story.
Accountability is not ordering a Philly cheesesteak double stack.
I agree. I said it was my fault.
Buddha smoked American cheeseburger in the club.
Nah, beef and cheese and alcohol don't mix well. Don't do that, kids.
Don't do it, y'all.
Yeah, don't do that and then drink Jack Daniels napkins. You're already just like...
Go home.
Yeah, go. When you do that, go and don't go to another place.
He's your.
That might be a good segue from like my bar club story
Okay, let's hear it.
because it involves leaving. It wasn't in the club.
Right.
It was my first time blacking out.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of many.
No, not many. I'm not an alcoholic. But it was a couple. This is the very first.
Third place. That's just in my third place.
Out of blacked out, like we were having a great time. And like I've never like in the club, if it's a place that I'm not rocking with, bar or whatever, I just won't go in that joint. So if a bad moment's happening in the club outside of the occasional walk in the bathroom, see yourself in the mirror and had to straighten up, like that happens to everybody.
Nope.
Who's ever had to straight up in beer?
It's usually a nice girl in there, so everything's okay.
Oh, well, so we don't have
Y'all got it good then.
Yeah, we don't have right. Exactly.
He's like,
The closest thing if the dude asks you for money for paper towels in the bathroom.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I hate that actually.
Give me the little shit.
Side note, but plus two like concerts we go to, niggas try to make friends but we in the bathroom. I don't like that.
Have you ever looked inside yourself in your eyes and be like, this ain't you, bro? I'm like, this ain't you, bro. You get together.
You know,
Yeah, you like Rubio.
it was cool. That's the combo I should have had with myself.
Oh, good, you didn't.
Because I didn't have that convo because it was my first time blacking out, and like we had discussed amongst ourselves, you're not planning to black out. Well, you never one wants to black you out, happen. It just happens. Unfortunate.
It runs you down.
Yeah. And this situation, didn't talk myself in the mirror. I left. Right. Now I will say, unfortunately, I did train drive, but it was down the street. Right. It was just down the street. We got there, parked. Right. I felt very sober. Very sober. I'm talking about as soon as I turned that car off, I laid my head back. I don't remember nothing else. So it was crazy. So I heard I threw up. We ordered subs.
Wait, you had a whole night after?
No!
You had an out-of-body experience?
I was in Mans. I was with my Mans. And he looked after me, gave me a weighted blanket, made sure he fed me and stuff like that. He was like, nah, make sure you're good. So like he took care of me, but once I woke up and I was like, this is not my bed.
Why?
He was like, yeah, we got to run through that joint. So it took about half the day. He walked me through the rest of the evening. But yeah, no. So not in the club, but that was definitely one time where I was like, oh, that was so crazy.
I definitely thought once you turned the keys off, you went to sleep.
I went to sleep.
But your body?
The body didn't.
At the time.
Yeah, the body
Play
didn't.
us.
Yeah, we walked and got food and everything. I was like, I was not there.
You woke up in another man's bed.
No, it was he had an additional bed, guys. He had an additional bed.
Okay.
You know,
I didn't think that at first, but then yeah, she put it out and put my mind in.
so I'm corrected.
She rules it too big. You know, I see from head to toe. Yeah, bro.
Insane. As an adult, sleep to head, that's all.
Yeah, that's
Can you imagine that shit? That's wild.
And then we wake up, he up like, we gotta talk about this shit, bro. I'm not sure it's worse. You wake up like that.
We can't
Niggas
listen
on,
to-
you wake up, he sleep. You like,
nah. I'm not even saying to figure out what happened. I call you. He calling you. I would just call in like, bro, we gotta talk.
We did talk to each other for at least 2.
so what do we do? That's nothing.
You can't ask that question.
Let me stop.
You gotta let that one go. Right. You gotta let that one go.
You don't want to.
If you have that, you don't want to.
You see,
That's crazy.
those are my. That's the closest thing I got to one year.
That happened.
Yeah, no, it ain't happened. It ain't happened like that again.
Good.
Yeah, I ain't blacked out like that again.
Like that. Not an alcoholic.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Well, my club story was actually great. I'm not sure why y'all went through that. I'm very sorry.
Why did I think that the story could be good?
We said memorable.
Yeah, you did.
And y'all took it to hell.
Right, shit, you're right.
Yes,
There were so many good clubs. Right.
Plenty of great times.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
It was an 80-degree night in Miami, Florida in circa 2015 in May. But no, it was a random good time. So we went to Miami after we graduated. It was like a little graduation to that girls trip. Random, never been to Miami, first time on a plane, all those things. So the first night there, you went to some club. I think it was called Story. And we're standing in line to get in the club. Didn't know how much it was going to cost, nothing. We knew nothing. We were just like, we graduated. We're going out. We're in Miami. Let's go. So we're standing in line, and I hear the girls in front of us talking about them wanting like $130 at the door. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much. Yeah, and for women at the door, egregious. But I've had
Ever been 130? I mean, well, obviously, but
it's crazy. I think Chris Brown was there that night. That's why it was crazy. So we were literally staying in line, and I verbalized. I was like, oh my gosh, 130 is so much. And I promise you, I think this word is offensive now. There was a small person.
There we go.
In front of me.
a dwarf.
The other one.
That's the appropriate word.
Oh,
I thought small person was appropriate.
okay.
Who's this?
A little person.
It's a big PC.
Enough, no offense, Captain guys. But yes.
There was one. That person
Yes.
of less height in front of me, and this the person. He literally turned around and he told us, he was like, "Are you want to go in here?" And we were like, "Yeah." He was like, "Tap him," and there was a man. Yeah, it.
Why's that this?
Because it was a smaller height. That was the point. I promise you.
Turn it into an L. But go on.
And we were like, oh my gosh, who's him? Looked to the side, Haitian man. Tapped him. And he was like, I got you. And we followed him to the front. We literally paid $20 to get in. And he took us inside. He was like, I'm going to take you to the best section. And we were literally in the section, I think, behind, like, it was like the Game and Lisa Ray scandalous. Why was they together in 2016? We don't know. But they were in the section together. We were right there. We were like, this is crazy. They gave us drinks. It was wow. And he was like, all weekend long, I'm going to show you a good time. And he did not lie. Now, the little man left the story at this point. There was no more smaller person. Yeah. It was just this man. I believe his name was Lenny. I really don't think we ever actually formally exchanged names, but we're going to call him Lenny for the sake of the story. So then the next night, you thinking like, oh, it's a one-off. Somebody did something nice for you, whatever. The next night, Lenny came back. He was like, hey, we're going to King of Diamonds, Miami tonight. We were just like, look, King of Diamonds. We had no money to throw, but we went. And we got in for $0.00. And we sat in the section and drunk Bel Air all night for like 5 hours. And I didn't throw $1. I seen 2 strippers fight.
Huh.
Yeah, fisticuffs in the section, heels everywhere. I was like, this is great. This is what I came to Miami before. I saw women get on. They had a contest for amateur, I guess, a strip night. And some lady decided to get up there and do it. And they were like, the grand prize is a shot after she got butt naked on stage.
Shot.
It was crazy.
Big for a shot is crazy.
She thought it was money. I also
It's expensive liquor. I was playing the
Oh, they said whale.
Yeah. Oh, guy.
80 tequila.
With some FL.
I'd have been.
I thought it was gonna be a cash prize. They were working hard when that's finished.
Yeah.
When they offered that shot of Amsterdam, I was like, oh,
Do that shit.
back to the section. It was insane. I think we were out till like 5 a.m. Next night, Lenny got to another club, $0.00 again in a section behind Lil Wayne. I was like, this is getting crazy. Like, it was literally like out of a movie for like 3 days straight. Then to finale it, we went to Live on Sunday and Fetty Wap's Peak. We were in the section. It was crazy. We were in a section. It was us, and then it was him and the Instagram girl he was dating at the time. And she was mean. Side note. But she was very mean. But it was like, I don't know whose sections he was putting us in. I guess it was like, now in retrospect, I'm like, I think it's a thing where it's like, you want your section, these men spend money, they want it to look a certain way. So you just like stuff a bunch of women into it.
Yeah. Oh, no. Background characters.
Sure, they were throwing money at Live on Sunday, and I had my hands like this, and I was sketching it. I went home with $68. I remember specifically.
You counted 68.
I sure did. It didn't hit the floor. No, there was some tens in
Wait,
there.
you caught that dream in air?
They were throwing it
Where'd you put his right? Like conceal your ratchetness.
in the shirt. The ratchetness. It was literally like it was the movie. It was crazy.
We live on the same planet, but totally different lives. I've never heard of a man had this experience.
It would never happen.
Coles.
One's
Amazing.
promoters are coming to us to get into any. Yeah. One, we're not spending $0.00 to get into anywhere, especially that money.
And a little person couldn't see you because you were so tall. That's how it got.
All right.
Right.
No. I guess it's a good segue to mine because it can get better because I met LeBron James and Barack Obama and Elon Musk at a club one time. Elon. No. It don't get that good. No, that's a perfect. I can't think of no good stories considering that whenever I know what this story. No. I know my story is, it's a bad story. I mean, it is what it is. It was in D.C. As is the time, I don't know, 2014, went out there, had my dreadlocks, had everything like that. I was having a good time.
You didn't do that.
So, you know, had some nice long locks. I remember at one point in the club, I was having a wonderful time. Don't remember a second of it. But I just know I had a good time. So, to the point where I knew that I woke up in the club. Sitting down.
Wait. A siesta?
And then your night, and then waking up after your night still being done was fine.
I remember sitting in kosher, and I remember I opened the lid, and I was like, damn. And I woke up and like, this is bad. And I looked at my phone or my watch, whatever at the time. I probably didn't have a watch. I had my phone. I was okay. DC Club closed at 3 o'clock. And I was like, okay. I think it was around 2:30 at the time, maybe 2:15. I said, all right, I'm too fucked up to even function in this place right now. It's close enough to closing. I'm going to go outside. Because I'm sitting here and I'm falling asleep, man. I can't fight this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go outside and wait. You know what I'm saying? Club won't let out soon. We're good to go. I remember walking out the club. And next thing I remember somebody waking me up and I was sitting on the curb. And somebody was like, yo, you up? I'm out with DC. Yeah. You know, someone woke me up. I don't remember that. I remember going from waking up to I remember faint voices of somebody talking to me at the time. Like, yo, you good? You good? You good? I'd probably say yeah, because I was going to say yeah.
Oh, he was.
And I remember waking up at a point where I remember woke up, looked at my phone, and I was like, oh, shit. It's like 2:31. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, 3 o'clock, 3:01, 3:05, whatever. It hit me. I'm like, yo, the club is letting out right now. I remember seeing Throw Up right beside me.
Who did this?
I remember Throw Up right beside me, so I was like, it is what it is, whatever. So I get up, I'm just squat my, drag my way. I guess I was next to the car, next to the parking garage. And made my way back to the front of the club where everybody let out. I remember everybody let out. People like, yo, where the hell you been? This wolf. Yeah, I was outside making my little BS story. Long story short, apparently I walked outside the club and I fell asleep against the car that we parked there and I threw up. Like I said, I said dress because I had throw for my dress the next morning.
Just I know deals. They had to be messed up too. They seen the throw up a blue threads.
It was just like, you good. And nobody says that. No.
Bro, how long were you asleep in the club for niggas to not know that you was not okay?
I don't know. I was about 2-3 people. But it was like,
he good.
He
eyes on him, yeah.
I mean, it was a good night to me, but knowing what happened, I guess it tended to be a bad night.
You was asleep on the street.
In the club, in the street, against the car, so up like a crackhead, he was sitting there. And I'm pretty sure people walk past me like, yeah, this motherfucker here. They just kept it moving. But
I would have gave you a dollar.
yeah, I would have gladly picked it up or spent it the next day. But I guess that's my club story. I had so many club stories. Most of them good. And I'm pretty sure we all have most good club stories. But
Who wants to hear in the head, but
no one wants to say it.
and I didn't think that we could do good stories. So I'm gonna.
Well, should have gone deeper than that.
I know when I met LeBron James and he gave me 1,000. I don't want to talk about that. I appreciate you met. That's a job. Me some. Doesn't.
Just ask you.
Wowzers. I've said I'm 82. And I stand on that.
You know,
This is not a safe space.
It's not.
and that's the point.
Talk now. It's just fact. This is just unsafe.
This is the judgment zone. Sorry, kids.
See, I'm gonna judge you too.
I had a time.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Oh my gosh, that was perfect.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that's how you been now in safe space.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
10 out of 10.
A more Philly cheesesteak cheeseburger.
Bro, I
love that shit since.
by choice. Legitimately, I tell you, I made bad decisions. Blender.